Now, as much as I love reading the comments on my YouTube, you really have to be careful with how you react to some of these comments because my perspective comes from a serious, deep experience of life. And you get a lot of comments that are actually pretty negative. There's a lot of black pillars around on the internet, isn't there? This might be a trend that's going on with men generally. And some of the comments, let me give you examples. Stuff like, yeah, well, just because you've got height, or, oh, this guy's 6 foot. Like these people that give up on life just because they're not tall. Like, oh yeah, he's 6 foot. Oh yeah, he's got a bit of money. Yeah, so he can just sit there and give it that chat. Very skeptical, negative thinking. Those are not the type of people I want in my community. I want killers in my community. I want people who are like some of my friends, right? 5'3", 5'5", maybe not 5'3". I think they're like 5'4", 5'5". Some of my friends smashing it in life. Honestly, smashing it. Amazing girlfriends. They got money. They've never let that shit hold them back in life. And those are the kind of people I want in my life. Those are the kind of people I want in my circle. People that really, truly believe in themselves. So again, I read these comments and very dismissive. Oh yeah, he's 6 foot, and oh yeah, he's got money, and like very, people solely judgmental on looks. And yes, I understand why you would be that way because most of society does operate in that sense. And we like looking at beautiful people and we like looking at tall people. Yes, I'll give you that. Generally, it's correct. Okay? Generally, it is correct. Taller men will be more successful with women. Taller men will be more successful in business. Like most Fortune 500 CEOs are over 6 foot or something. There's a certain percentage that says taller men will end up doing better in life. So that's a very interesting stat. Also, men with money, yes, they will do better. They will have a hotter chick. Correct. In general, right? Again, these are generalizations that can be made in society. And I understand why you would think that way and why there would be some of these comments on my YouTube. But I want to build a community of men who believe in themselves no matter what. No matter what the fuck happens to you or what cards you've been dealt with. It's so lovely to see men come out of the woodwork, the underdog, and really perform. And look, I'm not saying that you can perform and go from ugly to good looking and suddenly get models. I've said this in the past. You've got to stick to your lane, right? You've got to stick to your lane in life. If you're a 5 or 6 out of 10 guy and you're working your way up to become a 6 and a 7, or you're a 3 and you're working your way up to being a 4 or a 5 out of 10, you're not obviously going to hang out with models. Like, look, we get it, all right? I get it. We all get it. So you got to stick in your lane. You can't go so far up or so, you can date downwards, but you can't date so far upwards, okay? So some things we just have to accept, right? Brad Pitt is gorgeous. Ryan Gosling is fantastic looking. Yes, they're also Hollywood stars. They will get the cream of the crop. Fair enough, right? Then I will sit at a certain level. I have a certain level of income. I have a certain level of chat, so I'll get a certain level of woman. I'm not going to be hanging out with supermodels, right? I know my lane. Unless I'm going to spend a shit ton of money on those girls, then I will hang out with supermodels. But I'm not stupid enough and way too experienced to be hanging out with a 6'2" supermodel, spending all my money on her, knowing she'll just jump to the next dick or to the next guy. Nah, that's not happening, right? So you stay in your lane, you find out what makes sense for you, you do as best as you can. And what I don't understand is, what's the other option? I love reading these comments, and some of them I actually leave on my YouTube, but I will start removing these comments. I will start actually just deleting them because I don't want that energy, that vibe around my channel. I don't want that negativity. I don't want that bullshit. I don't want those people. I don't want them on my channel. I don't want them near my community. If you're negative, if you chat shit, if you're too black pill, get the hell out of my face. You don't need to be around me. I don't need your energy. I don't need you in this life, in this circle of greatness. Okay, elite circles that want to achieve things, the people I want to hang out with, I need them to be elite. I need them to move forward all the time. I need them to believe in themselves. The Christmas message I put out the other day is that you must keep moving forward. Those are the killers I want to hang out with. Not, oh yeah, just because you got height or just because you got money or whatever. I mean, like the negative hate comments, I don't really care about so much. Like that, people just want to chat shit because it's their own insecurity, right? So their own insecurity is mirroring themselves. I'll be honest with you, right? I've never put a hate or negative comment on anyone's YouTube because you don't want to put out that negativity. I'm always like, yeah, that's great, bro. Love that. If I don't like something, I never write on it and be like, loser, blah, blah, blah. What's the point? It's a waste of my time. I should spend all of my time trying to improve. And so should my friends. So I see these chaps that are 5'3", 5'5", and they still do well in life. I see these chaps that aren't necessarily that good looking, and they still do good in life. Okay, your average person is average looking. So he's going to have an average looking girlfriend who's probably quite a nice girl, to be honest, and looks after him. And that is okay. You don't need to have the cream of the crop all the time. You don't need to have the supermodel and the best life. You just won't have that. So let's start accepting who we are and where we are in this life, and enjoying what we have and enjoying existence. You know, people just lose their sight of what life is actually supposed to be like. I have many people around me who are also average and who go out with average looking girls who are generally like, but they're quite nice girls. And that's what fucking matters at the end of the day. A nice girl that looks after you, live a nice life. Rather than the playboy. You think Leonardo DiCaprio's that happy? Sure, he's fucking slaying, that's for damn sure. But it's an empty life, man. It's an empty life. And even when I've been on the very top, and I've been tanned and amazing looking and on a 20 grand table, and I'm standing next to the DJ and I'm dressed to the nines and I've got hot models all around me. Sure, it feels good for that moment, but it's a fleeting little moment. So I can just tell you that even having that in your life can drive you absolutely lulu. You really just want a nice, cute girl who will look after you, who will be with you. You see some celebrities hanging out with women and wifing women who are not that good looking. Look at George Clooney with Amal Clooney. She's not exactly a rocket, but she's probably a lovely girl who's doing great things for the world, and he's at peace with her. So sure, everyone's on here like about trying to be 6 foot and this and that, and I don't like this black pill bullshit, man. Some of you guys are completely deluded. I'm going to be removing those bullshit comments out of my channel. I don't want that energy. I want good, positive energy with people that can, with no matter what cards they start with, they believe that they can achieve things in life, and they're realistic. They know they can stay in their own lane and get girls that within 1 or 2 notches of them, but they're not, a 5 is not going to go out with a 10 out of 10 girl. That's okay. If you accept that and you still live a good life with a good woman, with a good family, making money the way you need to make money, and fuck the celebrities. We're all sitting there scrolling Instagram all day looking at these people that we're supposed to be idolizing. I don't know why we're idolizing them. Because they're good looking? Who cares? They're dumb as fuck, most of them. Let's start idolizing some academics and some scientists and people who actually change the world and do things that are actually useful. Not OnlyFans models. Most people are dumb. And if you follow how most people move, you will be a sheep just like them. A dumbass sheep. And those are the people I do not want in this community. Merry Christmas once again.